All right, you lovely Hammers fans. Do you know what? Sat out in the garden. Can't be arsed going up into me loft. So, going to do me little Saturday ramble. Sat in my garden. Sat on my new elite piece of furniture we just bought from Aldi. We got a fake rattan corner suite to go in the garden. It's nice, it is. Actually, all right. Not going to show you a picture of it, though, because the dogs have knocked all the cushions off of it. That's nice. But Mrs. can't believe I just said that. But yeah, sorry it's been a little bit quiet lately. Sorry I've been a bit down with it all. To be honest, the main reason for me has been work's been really busy, which is good, you know. First world problems. But also West Ham being West Ham at the minute, you know, I've not had the drive to sort of really talk about it. As I would usually, you know, there's always something to talk about in the West Ham world. And there is still, you know. There's news breaking constantly. You've got this nonsense with Bobby Kotick, you know, the American investor, the guy that used to own Activision that everyone's running with now. And this happened, wasn't it, last year? It's the same thing. So they've tried all the links with the big players, the Champions League players. And now they've gone back to the old trusted. There's going to be new owners. They're just trying to build hype for next season. They're clearly worried about season ticket holder renewals, and so they should be. Only for monetary reasons. I don't care about the fans, but clearly they need fans in the stadium, don't they? So I don't believe it. I've really become incredibly cynical now. You know, even some of the information that you always get given leading up to transfer windows, I don't buy it this time. It ain't that I don't trust the people that are phoning me and telling me these things. It's just that after January, that kind of burned me out because of all the players that got offered and how hard the club worked to knacker the deals. It's what it felt like. So I just don't see the point in, you know, it's the old adage, isn't it? Until I see him in the shirt, I'm not going to believe it. Because everything that's news now has been debunked or it's rubbish tomorrow, and it's exhausting. So that's not to say that I'm never going to report on. I ain't going to report over the summer, but I won't be doing daily transfer shows. I'll probably just do roundups. Yeah, there's no point. So less breaking news. You know, even though I do like to share gossip, and who knows, look, if the hype does still start to build within me and I start to believe and I start to get excited, then I will report some stuff. But as it stands at the minute, I'm just incredibly cynical. I am. And I just said on the terraces, actually, I said, next season is going to be massive, because even those people that are walking away, even the ones that are walking away, we're still going to, you know, we say we don't care, but we always will. And we're going to be watching from afar. And I do think that the club have arrived at a stage now where the fans, because we're not idiots, it's only been loyalty that have been keeping people that are still going over there. It's not buying their crap. And I just think that's expired now. So the only thing that will manage to hook fans back into West Ham will be them showing us next season. Now, will Potter manage it? I don't know. You know my opinion of him. I don't think he's the right man. I don't think he's strong enough mentally. I don't think he's got the ability to be a top flight manager, to manage big players. But if you listen to some reports, they're saying that we're not going to be getting big players. We're going to be getting players from, you know, the far reaches of Europe, you know, on the up. Which I'm not against, providing they're good players and it works. I don't care. But yeah, I'm incredibly cynical with this. But if it was to work, I mean, when you consider what Potter is, where he is at the moment with his projects at West Ham, because he's been here for 5 months now, he's had half a season, he's failed. At this stage of his tenure, he has failed miserably. He couldn't have gone any worse. So if he does manage to somehow be involved in this huge rebuild that we've got coming next year, let's not. It is massive. You know, there's an awful lot of players that are going to be leaving, which is sad. It has to happen, but it is sad. Players like Cresswell, you know, probably our best defender still at the moment. He is, isn't he? Our best centre back, weirdly enough. They're going to be leaving. So some big characters, some big players. It's going to be a new face of West Ham. We've got some exciting youth players that hopefully will be integrated. So yeah, look, there is a chance that it could. There is a chance that a miracle could happen. It would be a miracle based on what we've witnessed the last 3 years, what we've seen of the new the new manager, Potter, so far. It would be a miracle. And how we operate in the transfer window, because they've got to get this window bang on. They've got to get it so right, you know. But But if he was to turn it around, my God, that would be some achievement. It really would be. It would be out of this world. Hello, Bubs. It'd be some... That's my dog, by the way. I wasn't talking to me missus. It would be some achievement. Outrageous. But he's going to be under the microscope from game day one. And he won't last long if it goes badly. If next season starts how this season is finishing, or how it's gone for him, he'll be gone. And he'll be held up as a sacrificial lamb as a reason why. And then they'll go out and get the next man in. I don't hope he fails. Of course I don't. I want West Ham to do well. I just don't see... I just don't see it. I've seen nothing from him. Nothing. I've wanted to, but I've seen absolutely nothing that suggests that this is the man. But funnier things have happened. Football's a funny old game. It is. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. The last few games I'm not that bothered about. We'll still commentate on it. We'll watch them and we'll commentate on it. I'm not going to be emotionally charged for them. I'll pre-warn you. Because I'm just not. I'm not expecting anything from them. I don't really care if we win. I don't really care if we lose. It's a bit meaningless for me now, or entirely meaningless. It is. Yeah, the ship has sailed as far as the season's concerned, isn't it? These are like exhibition games now. So, yeah, we'll commentate on them. We'll watch them. We'll do that, and then we'll get through to the summer. See what they do. It's going to be interesting. It's never a dull moment in the West Ham world. That's one thing you've got to say. Apart from watching the football, that's dull. But in the world of West Ham, it ain't. And this summer's going to be either the last hurrah for us, because if they get it wrong, I've got no doubt we will get relegated next season. They have to make us better. It's as simple as that. The teams that are coming up, I had a little look at the playoff games yesterday. Looked at the highlights, and I have been following Sunderland, but not recently. And apparently they've been on a bad run of form, but they look good all of a sudden again now. They're a good team. They're a big club. Leeds coming up as well. When you consider what's happened to the Championship clubs this year that got promoted, I think that these clubs that are coming up, Burnley, they've been there before, Leeds, been there before, and Sunderland as well. They kind of know what it takes to what it takes, and I think you're going to see a different approach to these teams coming up into the Premier League next year. Whether that's an immediate change of manager, and an immediate change of style and focus to make them competitive, to keep them in the league, I don't know. I don't see 3 whipping boys coming up this year like we saw last season. I don't see that. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have to be on it, because if we go down, I think we're screwed this time. I know we've been down before and we've jumped back up, but that was at Upton Park. Can you imagine that stadium in the Championship? It'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? It'd be so embarrassing. But yeah. So I'm all right. I'm kind of relaxed about it now. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Sun is shining. Got my family around me. Got my barbecue next to me. Going to be sparking it up in a little while. Going to watch some of the football today, because I haven't been watching any football. So I'm gonna watch some football as a neutral, and then try and get myself excited for tomorrow. I think I'm kind of excited about it, because I'm past caring now. You know, it is almost, I feel a little bit like I'm watching as a neutral now at this stage. I'm just watching a game of football. So we shall see what happens anyway. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow. Mickey's going to be back tomorrow with a watch along. I'm going to do a post-match show with phone-in this time. I will do. So it'll be a longer post-match show. And then we'll do the Sunday night show, and we'll do some player ratings as well. Might even do the season player ratings, just get it out of the way. Just get it done. Do a marathon sesh. Yeah. And then we've got the big show next Saturday, which is going to be the 24-hour marathon Sullivan Out programme, because that's what we need. We need a regime change. You know, I don't want someone to come in and buy a percentage of West Ham. All that does is confuses things even more. We've already got too many board members. You know, everything has to go to a board vote. They've all got different ideas. It's stupid. So we need a regime change. We've got to, you know, that's the only way we remove the toxicity from this club, is if we clean it up at the top, because it does all filter down. And it's the only way that we'll ever really try and accept that place as home as well. Because it is home now. Just don't feel like it, because we're full of resentment for the bloke that put us there. But if he's gone, it might be a little bit different. But anyway, look, that's it from me. Little 10-minute ramble. Enjoy your weekend, people. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, drop a like on the video, and come on, you irons.